you've had a steak or a burger lately, there's a good chance the beef made its way through Schwertner Farms in Williamson County. Jim Schwertner steers the ship, or ranch in this case. It's a family business dating back to 1946.
Ranching sure has changed.
My horse now is my helicopter. I have a Robinson 66. I go out every day and check the cattle. It took my father a week in the Suburban to see it all, and I can see it in half a day.
While his mode of transportation no longer requires a saddle, Jim Schwertner still has the basics of the cattle industry down pat. After all, it's in his blood.
We've been in business 77 years now, and I'm fourth generation. My son, who helps me here, is fifth generation.
As president and CEO of Schwertner Farms,
And we had about 10,000 acres, so we doubled it now.
and Capital Land and Livestock, Jim has a trusty team of more than 125 employees.
Well, I have about 18 cowboys, 15 truck drivers. I've got 12 people in the office here, salesmen, clerks, accountants. We have 30 cattle buyers.
Together, they run a complex, multi-million-dollar operation.
We're one of the largest livestock dealers in the United States of America.
Think Wall Street,
We're like a day trader.
but with cattle.
We're cold calling new customers, working new leads.
We'll do $2 to $3 million worth of business a day. It's all done over the phone on a handshake. We have no contracts. It's all verbal, and that's the way the industry is.
The business has come a long way since Jim's grandfather, Adolf Schwertner, first arrived in Texas in 1877 as a teenage cotton farmer from Austria. In 1946, Capital Land and Livestock was founded by Jim's father, Eugene, who built a reputation for his shrewd business acumen, especially when it came to cattle auctions.
My dad, he used aviation in the 40s. People couldn't figure out how he could get to the cattle the quickest, and he would charter a plane with a pilot, and he would get to the cattle quicker than anybody.
The Schwertners have survived recessions, inflation, and the passing of the company from one generation to the next. But it's the climate that has actually been one of the toughest things to weather.
Weather is something we have to watch all the time. In the middle of December, on a Friday when the temperature was 60 degrees, and that night it was 19, it's really hard on the cattle.
Just as volatile as the Texas weather has become, so is the cattle business itself.
And it makes the stock market look like child's play. It can move 5% in 2 hours. And so the way we hedge our risk is we never own anything over 24 hours. So we either sell them direct to the feedlots, or we sell them to the customer and they put them on our weaning program for 45 days. But we never own them over 24 hours.
Annually, the company moves nearly 500,000 cattle through its facility.
I need to count those.
Their land straddles Williamson and Bell County near Gerald, and it's become prime real estate sitting close to the ever-increasing urban sprawl.
You know, when I watch Yellowstone, I think of our operation because people are calling me all the time wanting to buy some of our land. But, you know, we're in the cattle business. We're not in the development business.
And being in the cattle business is something he's awfully proud of.
And somebody's got to feed America. And that sounds ridiculous, but I'm serious about that. When I got out of college, about 4% of the population in America was in agriculture feeding America. Today, it's only 1% of the American population is in agriculture. Think about that. And you buy food at HEB, that was produced by only 1% of the American population. I mean, that's unbelievable.
It sure is. And the Schwertner Farms Ranch is not only good for the family, but the entire community as well. The work they do is seen and felt throughout Williamson County in the form of money, jobs, and goodwill for those who live there.
He's obviously shown that he is highly committed to his program, and and the ripple effect that it has throughout Williamson County, and that really helping the cattle industry thrive in Williamson County.
In our next half hour, KVUE's Eric Pointer takes an in-depth look at that ripple effect from the farm and how it's impacting the county.
That's amazing. 1% responsible for everything.
Think about it. We go and we shop, but we don't really think about just the complexities and all of that. So it's quite interesting.
We appreciate all their hard work.
All out of Williamson County, and it all started from a dream so long ago, and it's just like now fifth generation, fourth generation.
The way that he has advanced over time too, talking about the plane and all of that, it's just amazing.
Aviation, ooh, that'd be a nice day to be out, whether you're flying or doing anything outdoors, right? Because it's warm.